So my favorite VTuber, XqC, got himself in a little bit of a pickle. He got into a scandal because he made the react video where he was playing footage of the Gaza bombing and he was having overly exaggerated reactions to it. Like as you can see here, this was the thumbnail where he is doing the soy face as the bombs drop, and a lot of people were upset about it because they're saying it's not something you should do. And I do agree, right? Like, it lacks decorum. There is ample human suffering going around. Like, I can't imagine how it would be like if my country was getting bombed and some American in his pajamas was making the soy face. But it should also spark another conversation. Like, we should definitely say, okay, well, this is bad. But can we just, at the same time, like it doesn't mean that we should stop talking about one, but like at the same time, can we also discuss how is it different when the mainstream media does it? Like, I have seen from actual cable news, the authoritative sources, I have seen reporters doing the exact same thing. Like, in Romania, for instance, there is a lady journalist which was hitting the ground, and she was acting very scared for the camera as well. Next to her, in the background, you saw people just skating and walking normally about their day-to-day lives because the bombs were so far away that there was no way that it would actually hit her. But it's the sensationalism aspect, right? Like, it's not just reporting the news. It's the journalists, like, being there and there's a bomb in the background and they do the exact same thing that XqC is accused of doing. And I suppose the difference is that they are reporting the news while XqC is not. I genuinely think they're both the same. Like, unironically, I think they're in the same pot. I don't think you can condemn one without the other. I do think that what the mainstream media is doing is profiting off of it, because this is like another thing. It's like profiting off of human suffering. You're telling me that when the mainstream media is reporting of Gaza, they're not having commercial breaks? Why is it okay for them, is my question. It's not even something that I would be interested in doing. Like, this doesn't affect me. I would not make live reaction videos of this type of footage anyway. But why is it okay for the mainstream media to have ads on that type of content? And of course, you know, I'm not saying like why is it legal, but like why does the culture react differently? Like why aren't we the same level of moral outrage and moral indignation when you see Fox News or CNN doing it, but when it's a YouTuber doing it, all of a sudden everyone is panicking, everyone is outraged. That's what I don't understand. Like, is it the suit? Is it the fact, like, you need a table, right? You need a table, a suit, and you need to read from a prompter? Is that what changes the situation? Like, if you do it in a pajama in your own bedroom, is disrespectful. But if you're a billion-dollar news organization, and you do it with the business suit, and you read it off a prompter, that's different, right? So anyway, XqC got a lot of hate for this, which, again, I don't understand why some of it doesn't go to the mainstream media. It's literally the same thing. And he's basically saying that he didn't make that much money out of it. He's saying that he made a total of $21. Now, I can't really verify if it's the case or not, because as a streamer, you're not going to make a lot of money from advertisements. Like, streamers usually make money off of super chats and stuff. So I generally don't know how much people donated to him. But again, like, that's neither here nor there. Like, it shouldn't really matter. It should be someone coming up and explaining to me why is it okay when Fox News does it. He also talks about the fact that he didn't get a lot of subs. Alright. But here's my point, right? And this is the double standard. If I were to go out of my house, and I said this on the Archcast, but I would like to say it again just because it's true. If I go out of my house and I see a car crash, and it's gruesome, there's victims, you know, the cars are burning. If I pull out my phone and I record that, and I do it in a professional manner, like I do it exactly the same way CNN would do it, if I upload it to YouTube, it gets taken down. I mean, under no circumstances is going to be monetized, right? Like, if you show dead people on YouTube, it's a huge violation. But CNN does it the same. Like, on CNN right now, they still have the same segment on YouTube with kids dying in Syria during a gas attack. Like, it's fine when they do it. And my question is like, all right, but let's see if we can stretch the envelope a little bit to see like how far this goes. Like, what if I work for CNN? Like, what if I'm a journalist, a reporter at CNN, and I see a dying child, a child overdosing in front of me, and I film that, right? I call 911, and while 911 is coming there, I film it, and I put it on YouTube. Does it get taken down? Like, theoretically, it is problematic. Like, you're filming someone dying, no matter what. But, like, what if CNN shows it? So the same reporter, instead of putting up to YouTube, he goes at his workplace. He says, look, I got this footage, and they want to display it. Because the thing is, like, I have seen, you know, what triggered the refugee crisis. It was the dying kid on the shores of Greece. Like, the media posted that everywhere. And all those newspapers had ads, right? It was sensationalism. I mean, they could have done the same without the picture. In fact, most of the time, the news doesn't show picture, right? Like when there's like a terrorist attack in Nice or France, they don't show pictures of the bodies. It's only when the conflict seems to be happening in Syria or in other places, then they show the pictures. And it's like, again, like, why is this double standard? Is it impossible to enforce the same rules for everyone? Is it really that difficult? Is it a matter of profitability or a matter of ideology? Like, this is what I'm trying to understand. Because this video is not to criticize, it's for me to try to wrap my head around it, to understand why is it. And, you know, it's pretty much like what I've been hearing from the European Union, that the mainstream media doesn't have competition with itself. Like, the BBC and the Guardian aren't competing with each other. It's the mainstream media and independent content creators. That's where the competition is at. And it's true, like, usually people who read The Guardian will read other publications as well. But the people who look at content creators, like independent content creators, they're probably not going to read the news. So my question is, why do we have different standards? Like why is it that we're treated differently? Why can't we be treated the same like the mainstream media, or the mainstream media to be treated the same like us? And yeah, you know, like this level of sensationalist clickbait is something that I do understand why it's condemned culturally. But if CNN would do it, no one would bat an eye. Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.